What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the new super packs. I shouldn't even say new. The super packs that are coming to my team tomorrow. Remember, keep the players over profits movement going, guys. We have to continue to kind of push this thing forward. It was a great opportunity for us to get moments cards today. 2K said no dice. So again, keep the movement going. What does it mean for me personally? That's the only thing I'm going to speculate on for now. Well, I'm not going to be opening up packs, not spending my VC, no pack openings, nothing like that until something changes. That's what it means for myself. But Wild Gem Super Packs coming tomorrow. Pink Diamond Shawn Kemp is in packs alongside Wemby. So Shawn Kemp, the way to look at him is like an extra insert in these packs. Wemby obviously is still a thing. It says, plus new exchange rewards drop with more talent to power up your squad, and previous Wild Gem exchanges for players like Jokic are still available. But there's also going to be Pink Diamond Penny, Diamond Sengun, and Amethyst Bennedict Mathurin. So I guess my prediction kind of was right. You know, if you look here on the left side of things, you know, Bennedict Mathurin, Penny Hardaway, Sengun, similar to kind of what we saw last week. Penny is going to be incredibly expensive, right? We obviously know that. Sengun is going to be decently expensive. Sengun's like the DeAndre Ayton of last week. I honestly think Sengun's gonna be decent. We have a decent Amethyst Sengun, so I have no reason to think the Diamond Sengun's gonna be bad. And then we also do see the Amethyst Bennedict Mathurin, who I don't know how good Bennedict Mathurin is going to be for sure, right? Like, it's something I don't know for sure. I don't think he's going to be bad. I think the problem with Mathurin is he is only 6'5". Like, I feel like when people think of Mathurin, you think of a great shooting guard. But at the end of the day, he is only 6'5". Obviously, on the right side of things, you guys can see Pink Diamond Shawn Kemp is going to be in packs, right? As far as a pack insert. I'm honestly surprised that they're throwing other Pink Diamonds in packs. I felt like there's no reason for them to do that, with Wemby obviously headlining packs all throughout the season. But they do throw Shawn Kemp in packs. He's obviously good in a solid power forward on this game. I actually really like Shawn Kemp. But again, is Shawn Kemp worth opening up packs for? No. None of these cards are worth opening up packs. Remember, as far as like the Penny, the Sengun, and the Bennedict Mathurin, if they do what they did last week, you do not need specific cards, right? For these cards, you're just going to need a certain number of gold, a certain number of emerald, a certain number of sapphire, different wild gems to lock in for each of these cards. And I just, you know, for me, it's like Penny is fine, but like, what is the purpose of Penny when Jokic came out last week? It's the same thing with Sengun. What's the point of Sengun when DeAndre Ayton was out last week? It's like we're downgrading the couple of lock-ins that 2K wants people to spend big money for. That really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Bennedict Mathurin, again, he is fine, but the problem with him is he's not going to be that cheap. We saw it last week with the Amethyst Cam Johnson. He ended up being like, what, 70,000 MT? Maybe not that much, but 60, 50, 70,000 MT, somewhere in there. Not a cheap card whatsoever. So again, nothing really here is different. I will say, if we, let's say for some reason, get a free, you know, Amethyst Bennedict Mathurin, something like that, that would be a step in the right direction. Again, any sort of movements cards would be a for the game mode, a big step in the right direction. But honestly, do I expect any of that? No. Like, again, I just don't, 2K has basically shown us, unless it is a Friday in my team, the odds of us getting any sort of new content is so low, so minimal. So again, that's just kind of where I'm at with things. I really don't expect a whole lot to change. Remember, like, if people are like, man, so many diamonds are flying out of packs, or so many pink diamonds, remember, there is now a diamond topper in packs, so the odds can be kind of a little skewed compared to what it was before. So if you see people saying, Ty, there's so many people opening up packs, that doesn't necessarily mean that's true. I mean, again, you're never going to prevent everybody from opening up packs, but just because, you know, just because somebody opens up packs doesn't mean you need to, right? Like, again, think about it for yourself. You know, obviously, again, everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Think about it for yourself. Does it make sense for you right now and how you're enjoying my team to open up packs, right? That's really what I would come, you know, have it come down to, and answer that question for yourself. But for me, this is not moving the needle for me. My squad is just fine. And even for me, like, Shawn Kemp's cool, but guess what? Chris Bosh is the only good reward that we saw this season. Honestly, But he's good, right? Chris Bosh can play. And guess what? Chris Bosh is going to go out there and be nearly, if not better, than Shawn Kemp. Nearly as good, if not better, than a guy like Shawn Kemp. So, sure, it is what it is. You know, is this anything new? No. I would love to see 2K tease, like, I don't know, some new moments cards coming tomorrow, something like that. But that obviously is not the case. And I'll just say what HTB replied. HTB replied with, there is nothing to play for outside of King of the Court, so what should I open packs for? And that's kind of the good question. Like, if you are just the average person that plays the game, you're gonna get these cards to play Showdown for Pink Diamond Mitch Richmond, who is terrible. You know, for Pink Diamond Elton Brand, who can't make the squad. Like, again, that's my whole perspective on things is until they change, you know, the game mode rewards, something like that. What is the purpose of people loading up and playing, you know, playing the game? I just, to me, I don't see it necessarily. Some people might see it, and if they see it, that's fine. But for me, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Again, outside of King of the Court, obviously for King of the Court purposes, it makes sense for me. But outside of that, it just wouldn't, right? Like, I remember you used to play certain game modes and get rewarded in a big time way for it. And there was a reason to play the game. And even, you know, you can go back to 2K19 when the token market was in the game. There was a reason to have a good triple threat team, right? You'd grind tokens, you'd get rewarded, and it just felt like it was worth your time. And it was just more of like a team building concept than the current format that we do have in my team. Now, again, that's just my personal opinion. Don't let my opinion change. Again, your opinion, you're entitled to your own opinion, but that's just where I'm at. I agree with HTB. You know, I'm going to agree with him a lot, you know, with his kind of stance on this players over profit movement. But ask yourself, what is the point of me having a good team on the game? And is it worth me spending money on the game? When, again, there's literally nothing to grind. There's literally nothing to play for right now. Again, once you get Chris Bosh, which you do not need a good team to get Chris Bosh, ask yourselves, okay, what's next? And what is the purpose of me, you know, loading up into Showdown, loading up into, you know, Triple Threat, any of these specific game modes? What is the point? You know, can I grind? Can I get rewarded in a massive way? And if the answer is no, then ask yourself, is it really worth it dropping $100 on these packs, right? Like, to me, no, but again, think for yourselves. And you can answer that. I do think Penny's going to be one of the best point guards in the game. But remember, Shea came out 2 months ago, and I think Shea is going to be just as good. Jokic came out last week, so what's the point of Penny? Sengun, again, what's the point of him when you had 8 in last week? And with Bennedict Mathurin, I think he's fine, but he's not even, I don't even think he's going to be a budget card. So unless 2K actually shows us that he is a budget card tomorrow, I mean, it's going to be really tough for me to hype any of these cards up. Can we get moments cards tomorrow on my team? Is that too much to ask for? We'll see. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. Let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.